All right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Leonard, that's a banger right there. No, he's not even on right now. Yeah, Leonard made that song there. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to early morning. Well, this is not actually crypto. This is Saturday morning ILCA presentation slash crypto talk. We are public for the community. We are streaming. I'm not streaming on my YouTube channel. I'm going to upload this there later, but I am streaming on Facebook live to everybody. Go ahead and feel free to share this. Type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, training, and entertainment purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So I see we have on the line Miss Marnita Casa, Clairvaux Albert, DJ, Dorothy Mays, Elijah Morgan, Elton, Janelle, Judy from Toronto, Catherine Clement, Kenny Taylor, Maggie, Melanie Davis, Rhoda, Rita B, Stan and D Thompson, Yashika Hawkins Anderson. Good morning, everybody. Also, all of you on Facebook. Mary Romero. Ooh, that's my mom's longtime friend there. She's known me since I was in elementary school. Good morning, Miss Romero. Let Jason know I said hello, and my brother. So welcome, welcome, welcome everybody this morning. We are going to I'm going to share with you a short story about how I got into crypto, how I got started. And the reason why is because I taught myself a skill that has turned me into a walking ATM machine. And we've been teaching our diamond members this skill for the past, well, maybe 2 months now. And now our diamond members are seeing results. If you are a diamond member right now and you've been learning and putting into place what you've learned in our diamond class on how to trade crypto, and you've been making money because of it, type me in the chat box. But I am going to kind of highlight that aspect of it in a second again. But again, I want to welcome everybody that is listening to us. We are 1 week away from our Chicago Impact event. We'll be there the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. 1 week from today will be our Super Saturday event from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to have some great speakers. We have some great topics to cover. On Sunday, we are going to be doing a Sunday morning for about 2 hours, a special private meeting. For those of you that were in the inner circle, I gave you a sneak peek at some of the passive opportunities that we're positioned in, and we'll be giving more details on that. You guys will get it first before when I come back. I'll do another call and with more details on how to get positioned and exposed in. And I mean, things are going to start happening very, very fast. This is the second half of 2025. We are also preparing for 2026. I have a big event that I'm already planning here in California next year. So it'll be, I don't have an exact date yet, but I know the month will be in February. So if anybody that's in California, get prepared for that. You want to definitely come out for that. If you guys want to fly in, we'll have information on where you can do that at as well. I'm looking at the Inland Empire, Ontario Airport, and it's going to be somewhere around there. I got about 3 different locations that I'm looking at. We're going to have catered events. We're going to have we're going to have a whole lot of fun stuff. That's next year. After the Chicago event as well, we'll be talking about the next event that I'm actually going to be attending, which will be in November in New Orleans. But I don't want to give too much details about that yet until after Chicago. So we're looking forward to that as well. It's another reason why I am in the gym working out hard and getting my cardio up, because we're going to be doing a 5K run for charity also. But that's another topic for another week. So today I want to highlight another benefit of being a part of ILCA. And if you're brand new, ILCA actually stands for Ivy League Coaching Academy. And Jeremiah, send me a private message so that I can and let me know exactly what you want. Because if you type it here, I'm doing this. I'm not going to be able to see you. So shoot me a private message on what you'd like me to send over to you. But this oh yeah, ILCA. One of the benefits of being in ILCA is our diamond membership. Last week I kind of talked about our inner circle, or was it the week before? You don't want to, it pays to be in the inner circle. Well, it really pays to be in the diamond class. When I first got a part of crypto and I knew nothing, I had to teach myself. And I taught myself what crypto education or what crypto was, what blockchain was, how this worked. I spent 6 months. The only formal type of training I got was I joined a trading platform called iCoin Pro, which is still around today. I'm not a part of them. I don't promote. I think they may even still have me on some of their promo videos. But I joined that, and you guys might have heard of James R. Davis. He was a part of that as well. He's become multi-millionaire because of learning the skill. But I joined that program, and it was a network marketing multi-level program where the product was teaching you crypto education. And it was, I mean, it wasn't complicated. It was basic stuff to get you started. The real learning is when you actually do it. And I learned some of the basic things there. And then I got educated on the space by myself, self-education. And then it took months. It wasn't until August of 2020, not 2020, of 2017 for me to actually begin to do a live trade. Now, I was part of the whole iCoin Pro to learn months before, but I was just like a student in the classroom. I kind of watched, but I didn't actually do anything. And it wasn't until months later where I pulled the trigger. Now, my goal, I had a goal. At that time, I expected to have about a half a million dollars, sorry, $250,000 to play with. I was going to have half a million, but $250,000 of that I was going to be putting into crypto. And one thing about crypto, what speeds things up is if you have money, things do happen faster, but that doesn't mean you can't be a part of it if you don't have money. But I expected to come into this space with $250,000 to play with. And it didn't turn out that way that summer. I'll share more in detail in Chicago, that story. But I did have some money. You want to know how much money I started with? Yeah, you might think, dang, well, if he was going to do $250,000, what, 30,000? 3,000? 300? I had $30. I'm not even embarrassed to say that. I had $30 and I had no choice and I had to make it happen. And I was scared. It took me almost 2 days to hit the submit button to do my very first trade on $30. I had $30 in my education. My very first trade, I did a little more than 3% profit. Now, what's 3% of $30? That ain't much, right? But the way I was thinking, if I was trading with $10,000, that 3% gain, that's $300. If I was able to do that on a daily basis, what's 300 times 31 days? That's a full-time income. And so I jumped into it and I flipped $30 quickly into 700 and then 700 into six figures in 3.5 months between beginning of September, end of August 2017 to the December 2017. Now, there was also a little bit of luck at the same time this was going on. Bitcoin rose from like $1,500, 5,000 to 20,000, and then it dropped like a rock. Now, at that time, people said, no, Brandon, you only did that because Bitcoin was rising. But when Bitcoin started coming down, I made more money when it was coming down than when it was going up. So it was proof that no, it was not luck. There was something else that I knew that the people around me did not. They hadn't figured it out. And it was because of that that companies started to ask me if I could teach crypto education and build crypto courses for their companies. And I started to become a consultant. That's how I got in to this space. This is years before I created ILCA. So fast forward to today. Now, one thing though is once I flipped my money, I was able to invest in other things and do other things I didn't have to do day trading because I actually didn't like it. I found that you either love it or you hate it. What I found with day trading because it's a lifestyle and I didn't like looking at and staring at the charts all day. But years later, I figured out how to still trade that fit my lifestyle. so I don't have to always stare at the charts. And I'm more of a weekly, monthly type trader than a daily day trader. But in Diamond class this year, what we do in Diamond class, we do live teaching of the courses that we have. We have 13 courses from Bitcoin 101 all the way to security, almost 200 videos. And so in Diamond class, we take one of those lessons and we take all the courses and I do it live in front of you twice a week in the evening. And it gives you an opportunity not just to watch a video, but to hear me do it live, give my commentary live, especially on what's going on in the world today, because it is different than when I first put the course together. And it gives you an opportunity to ask questions. Well, earlier this year, the How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrencies cycled around those courses. And the Diamond members asked if we could stay on it. So we've been staying on that topic for the last 2 months. And the goal is to teach you how to become your own ATM machine, teach you not only what trading is, but we do live trades together. I actually show you the wallets. We started on Kraken. I had never traded on Kraken before until we started doing this in class. I started with $50 and I wanted to speed things up. I added another $300. So I started with $350. And this is also, those of you in Diamond class, a learning lesson. I had just said this to Miss Casa last night. I took a gamble last night because I wanted to show off this morning and it didn't pan out. Sometimes things work, sometimes it doesn't. But even though it didn't pan out what I wanted to do, let me show you my results so far. This is over the last month. I started with 350 and I'm currently at $1,431. Had it panned out with what I wanted to do last night, it would be at $2,000 around there. But I made a move, I took a gamble, and it dropped on me 24%. Now, when I talk about no emotions in this space, I don't freak out about that. You know how much I've made? So when it comes to trading, and even in Bitcoin, everybody gets excited when Bitcoin shoots up, which it did reach all-time highs this week, but everybody freaks out when it drops. If you can't handle, the 20, 40, 50% gains, you definitely shouldn't be crying over the 10% drops. It's part of the system. So did I lose? No. I started with 350. I'm up more than $1,100, and I did this live in front of our group. And I need some backup here because I am public, and I want people to know I'm not just talking out of my ass. My Diamond members, is what I am saying true? Did you all not witness when we first got started to where it is now and how? Type it in the chat box. Let them know that this isn't just me up here running my mouth, that this is real. And here's proof. You guys see these arrows: up arrow, down arrow, up arrow, down arrow. These are the top, where is my sell, the bottom is my buy. Okay, nobody typed anything. You guys let me, hey, what's up? Inner Circle members, you guys have seen it too, because I show some things in Inner Circle. You see these? This is a simple concept: buy low, sell high, buy it low, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Where I got stuck is here. I took a gamble last night and I bought in thinking I was going to wake up this morning, and it could have, because I did it the night before where this squeezed. The night before it went up. Last night it went down. It's all right. I'll sit around and it will pop right back up eventually. But there's a skill that I teach that had I done it, I wouldn't have dropped all the way down either, because I'm a conservative trader. But we're practicing right now. So for me, none of these are serious trades. We're all practicing, and I try to do my trades in sequence with our Inner Circle Crypto Talks and our Diamond classes, so you guys can see me do the trades live in front of everybody, and how we find tokens to trade on, and how we enter, and what the strategy is. And by doing that, you will be better than all of the automated trading systems and bots and programs out there. Everybody loved Novatech and the Forex trading systems and all that. That was telling you, oh, we're going to do anywhere between 5% to 20% a month. In one day, in front of my people, I did more than 70%. In front of Marnita, just, what's today, Saturday? Yesterday morning, while we were in a meeting, I did 12%. Right in front of Marnita and our other partner. Oh, by the way, partners, if you're a partner, and I'll talk about this more next week. If you're a partner of ILCA, when we come back from Chicago, we're going to have a private meeting, and I'm going to introduce you guys to other members of our marketing team that's going to give you guys some tips on what to do with your brand and your system as a partner. So be ready for that. That's for all of our partners. We were meeting about that yesterday. But while I was doing that, I made 12% in one day. So you can end up making more money in one day than an automated trading system that you don't know is reliable or not can do in an entire month. So I just wanted to show our people that is proof. When I say I flipped $30 into 700 in a short time, I just showed you guys how I flipped 350 into 14. Man, I wish this had popped up. It would have been $2,000. And then the more money you have, see, I haven't pulled any of this out. I'm just trading on it. The more money you have, the faster it starts to rise. My goal, just so you guys know, and this is what I'm teaching to be conservative, our goal is to get to a point where we have $10,000 that you're trading with, and you're only averaging about 1.5% net. And I need to make sure I'm saying this in our trainings, because a lot of our members aren't countering in the fees. And if you're trading with a small amount, the fees are going to eat up your 1 and 1.5%, because you're getting charged a fee when you buy and when you sell. And so you might be trading and thinking you're in profit. And you're like, how come it's not going up? Because you got charged twice on the fees, on the original buy and the sell. And so you're doing a 1 or 1.5% and it's flatline. But when you have more money in the system, it starts to separate that. I hope I'm making sense on that. I'm doing a little bit of training at the same time I'm talking right now. So when it's up high like this, then one simple move and boom, it explodes. You know, I'll do one for free right now just to show you guys how to take a position. I'm gonna buy about $100 right now, and then I'll see if I can sell for maybe a little bit of a profit later. But this is going down. It's on my third dip. I'm on the what chart? The 1 hour chart. Yeah, I'll put $100 because this is all practice. And buy. And boom. And when I say the fees, you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Once you make your purchase, you can go in and you can see how much does that cost me a fee. That cost me 35 cents. So whatever profit I want to make, I have to take into account. It cost me 35 cents on this buy. And then when I sell it, I'm going to pay another fee. So you want to make sure your profit range is higher than that fee. All right. So that is basically what we're doing right now in Diamond class. And a lot of our members are feeling more empowered. Look at Leonard. Leonard did 2 trades yesterday equaling 60%. The best legal trading platform right now, and by the way, in Chicago, I'm going to introduce you to 3 of them, is doing 5 to 10% a month. You know, but at least you have the peace of mind of knowing it's not going to get shut down. The owner's not going to run off with everybody's money and that kind of stuff. And it's passive, 5 to 10% a month. But if you know how to trade yourself at any given time, you can do like Leonard did. He did 60% in one day. Or whenever you hear James R. Davis talks about, he'll when he feels like I need an extra $4,000, then he'll do 1 or 2 trades, but he's working with, you know, his trade may be $40,000, $50,000 he's working with. So one of the things that we want to teach as well is not just how to make money, but what to do with it once you have it, how to make it work for you. we need to have a mindset shift on what money is. And most people are only look at money as I work for it, I trade all of my hours for it, and then I need to spend it to live and pay my bills and buy my groceries and that stuff. Instead, there's a mental shift where you look at money as a resource tool, that it is your employee. Another reason why I took that gamble last night is if I've got USD sitting in my trading account, not trading for me, I think in my mind I'm losing money. It's the reason why wealthy people don't have their money in a savings account. It's not doing anything for them there. They have it in investments. And so now that you've got the money, you don't go out and try to buy all the cars, the houses, and everything. You want to put it in a way that is making money for you, and the money that your money's making for you, that's what you spend. That's what you use to buy your car. That's what you use to buy your house. That's what you use to take your vacation. And you never touch your principal. So the real goal is not to try to accumulate money. The real goal is to have enough um, uh, uh, what's the word I want to use? My mind just slipped on me. Principal. Enough principal that you never have to touch the principal and you live off of the interest of it or whatever investments it's earning for you. That's also going to be part of the Ivy League Coaching Academy launching next year. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll be talking more about that next week. So this is what ILCA in the Diamond class does, not just personally go over the lessons that we have, and we have more than 200 of them. And let me show you guys as an example. Once you are a member, we have our own members portal that you'll have access to. Well, no, I have another big announcement I'm going to make too in a second. So we have our own members portal where you, based on whatever your membership is, if you're a gold, diamond, or platinum member, you'll be able to be a part of our secure chat community where there are no scammers and hackers, anybody in here trying to see you guys and your conversations and try to steal money for you. And if you're in the inner circle, if you haven't seen this yet, if you missed the call we did last week, I did a special ILCA passive income intro call, and you can only find it here in our inner circle gold group. So it's not listed anywhere. So you got to come here to get it. But you have access to our private groups, especially our diamond group. Then you have access to our courses, depending on what membership that you have. So for example, we have Bitcoin 101, and this is what it looks like. So you can access this on our app as well. We have an app. So Bitcoin 101, I have a short introduction video here that tells you. Hello and welcome to Bitcoin 101. Then I've got all 15 courses. All of the courses, I think one course is 13 lessons, another course is 17 lessons. So we've got all of these courses here, all the different types. If I go to how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, what we've done, we've got all the lessons here as well. Let it load up. So an intro to it also, and then all the lessons. Oh yeah, and the quizzes. That's right. Also, I am adding 2 more lessons to this course. 2 more lessons. Even though I have here, I got crypto investing strategy by the dip, understanding candlesticks, what are wells, how to trade crypto. I'm going to do one trading for beginners. And then another one, I'm going to do how to use stop losses and take profit orders. So I'm going to add 2 new lessons to this. So you definitely want to get this. Now, if you are a gold member, you have access to just Bitcoin 101. If you become a diamond member, you will have access to our first 6 courses, which is, pull this up. All right, come on, be fast with me. I'll tell you, it's Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advance, how to trade Bitcoin and crypto Internet of Things, decentralized finance, and NFTs. You'll have access to those 6. If you are a platinum member, and why isn't this loading up for me? If you are a platinum member, there we go, you'll have access to all 13. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, Trading Crypto, Internet of Things, Decentralized Finance, NFTs, Metaverse, Tokenization, Artificial Intelligence, Web 3.0, Security, CBDCs, Decentralization. And this summer, I'm dropping a new lesson called Stablecoins that all platinum members will automatically have access to. If you're not any of the membership, you can purchase the courses outright by themselves in a bundle pack or the whole package. You can do that, but you'll have access to all of these. Now, here's a big announcement. This summer, I know what I said in the meeting last night. I'm going to be working hard on this. This summer, I'm going to be dropping about 5 to 10 brand new videos that is even more basic than Bitcoin 101. And I'm going to be giving them away for free. What does that mean? That means if you just register for our 5-day challenge that we do once a month for free, ILCAchallenge.com. I mean, ILCA crypto. ILCA, is it ILCA challenge? Yeah, ILCAchallenge.com. You just register, and our next 5-day challenge will be in August 25th that week. Not only will you get my free ebook, not only will you be able to attend our 5-day challenge for free, 1 hour a night for 5 days, you will also have access to our membership portal, which will give you access to those courses for free. Now, I know there's some other companies out there trying to do something similar and charging you a lot of money for it. I'm giving it away for free, just for registering with us. And another reason why I'm doing that is because AI. Have you guys ever asked AI about you? Who are you? What does AI say about you? AI has me as one of the top crypto educators in the world. Ask it. Ask your AI, who is Brandon Ivey and ILCA, Bitcoin Brandon. But it was a critique. And it wasn't a critique that I found. It was a critique that Kenny Taylor was looking me up on AI found. And it said that as good as my education is, that I'm lacking in the free portion of it. Even though I do my 5-day challenge for free. I give away an ebook for free. I do crypto talks once a week for free. It said I need to give away more free stuff. Okay. I'm going to give away free lessons. How about that? So that will be coming very, very, very soon. And they're going to be designed differently than I've designed these. You know, I always like to say break things down in a way my mom can understand, especially when it comes to technology. I'm going to break it down even more than that. So exactly, there's no excuses for anybody to be crypto educated because I'm going to give it to you for free. All you got to do is sign up. That's it. All right, so where do you go to be a part of our community? First, get back to the person who invited you. Let them know whether you're in or out. And they will tell you why, because I do have an affiliate side. People say, yeah, Brandon, education is important, but can I make some money? I like to say, earn while you learn. Well, first and foremost, this is not network marketing. This is not MLM. There's no matrix. There's no multi-levels. The point here is to learn, not try to make money off of other people. And if you see value in what we have and you do want to share with other people, I will reward you for helping to build our community. Not multiple levels. You just earn a commission if anybody you share this with purchases any of our crypto education. Because the education is the product, not the compensation plan. So if you're a gold member, you will earn 5%. If you're a gold member, you'll earn 10%. If you're a diamond member, you'll earn 20%. If you're a partner, you'll earn 50%. Ask Carla. Carla signed up one person who's a platinum member, and Carla makes off of that one individual $75 a month off of just one. What if you helped 10 people become a platinum member and you're a partner? I'm not even saying you sold crypto education, but you're a partner. You sold 10. That's $750 a month. So I wanted to eliminate any excuse. Now you take that money and you use that money to build your crypto portfolio. You use that money to put in your trading and let your trading work for you. Well, like I have in mind. So that is what we, oh yeah. So get back with the person who invited you. Get with one of our partners as well. If you don't have any of that, then all you do is you go to ilca.app. ilca.app. This will show you our 3 memberships here: gold, diamond, platinum. We also have our crypto education. If you just want all the courses for $24.99, you can also get them in different bundles. If you don't want it, you want to get them small at a time. So you can get our different bundle packs here for $750. Not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. Marnita doesn't know this yet, but we talked about it, but I'm gonna put this out there. The next Saturday after next, when we do our next ILCA presentation, we're going to highlight the partnership program, and I'm going to bring Miss Casa back to tell you guys about the partnership program, and we're going to show off some of the our partners' websites so you can see and get a good idea of what that looks like. What is the 5-day challenge link? ILCAchallenge.com. That's the 5-day challenge link, ILCAchallenge.com. Let me put that here. And let me also put it in our Facebook. We're live. ILCAchallenge.com and HTTPS ILCA.app. I'll put that here too. ILCA.app. Those two. We have many more websites. This is those two I'm showing off for today. Now I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at what we do in our Inner Circle Crypto Talk that I do 4 days a week privately and then once on Saturday for the public. So every morning, this is my morning routine. It's like my cup of coffee. My day doesn't feel right if I don't do Crypto Talk. And I've been doing this since 2018, 17 actually when I started it. So this is a daily habit for me. It's not work. It's part of my routine. And I do not do it to be entertaining, to try to get clicks, to try to gain followers. This is how I educate myself on a daily basis. It's like staying in school because this is a market, an industry that is rapidly changing all the time. There's so much information that I can't even keep up with it. I'd have to do at least 2 crypto talks a day to try to stay on top of it. But this is also priceless. The information that we find is priceless. I do not read articles or look up anything before Crypto Talk. I'm taking you on the journey with me. I turn the camera on and the mic, so you're getting all the information raw when I get it, not me reading it beforehand and then spinning it a certain way. That's what the YouTube influencers try to do. I'm not trying to be like them. They manipulate their community. You're getting it live with me. And a lot of times I'm getting stuff from you guys. We've got, let me count over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 token projects. People say, oh, I want to be finding like Shiba Inu. Well, I got 5 of them over here that we took some positions in that I didn't find. I got them from you guys. What was it we found the other day that AI analyzes crypto news? I don't remember that one, Catherine. AI analyzes crypto news. Ground news? No, that's another source. Ground news, where it's ciphers between the left and the right, biased media. But anyways, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So the first thing we want to do is we got to check out, see what's going on in the traditional markets. What's the stock market doing? Right now, as a Saturday, the stock market is, so it doesn't, oh, the closing bell on Friday, we got the Dow is down 279 points. S&P and Nasdaq is slightly down. We got to see how that's going to work out on Monday morning when that pops up. We have what? Wait, why? I think the biggest thing in the news right now, especially from the right, is Epstein. MAGA is not happy with the Trump White House. Dan Bongino is talking about resigning as FBI from the FBI. They're not, and Pam Bondi's going to be the one that they're going to stick this all on. But they ain't releasing the Epstein files. You know, for 4 years with Biden, Biden never released the Epstein files, and the right was saying, yeah, that's because, who's on the list? Clinton, who, some British royal families, some Democratic lawmakers may be on that list. Is that why the Biden administration never released it? Now Trump's in office. You got Pam Bondi there. You got Kash Patel and Dan Bongino running their mouths about releasing the files. And now they're acting as if they don't even exist. What the hell's going on? Now, Inner Circle Thursday, I told you guys what was going on. I told you who the real people in charge are, but we're public now, so I won't talk about that publicly. You gotta be in the inner circle. But that's kind of the biggest news. Is still the fallout from Texas, the floods that's going on. I think the news is Pam Bondi. I'm not Pam Bondi. Ooh, the Barbie. What's her name? I was about to say Laura Loomer, but the head of national security. Oh, what's her name? Looking right at her face. But she did not. She did not tell FEMA to do anything until like 72 hours or sign off on the stuff. And you guys will tell me the name in a second. She didn't do that. So that's in the news as well as to why it took. No, 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 not Pam Bondi. The dress up girl. She dresses up for everything. Christy Nome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Christy Nome. She did not. She did not authorize the payments until 72 hours. And at the same time, she's putting up tweets about what should be her picture in the governor's office mansion. Her on a horse. She likes to play dress up. So that's kind of the biggest news that I've heard so far. So Europe market, is all in the red. Asia down, kind of mixed. What's the crypto market responding? Well, Bitcoin hit its all-time high this week. This says the market is down 4.9%. Bitcoin dominance at 62.8. Ethereum is at 9.5. That looks almost identical to Thursday, these two numbers. Bitcoin is sitting at $117,000 a coin. What is the new official all-time high? $118,667. It's 1.2% from its all-time high. We are living in history right now at the top of the Bitcoin chart. So has Bitcoin dropped dramatically in the past? And every time it hasn't the media and the critics come out and say, see, I told you that thing's a scam. Bitcoin's going to zero. How many times has that happened in the last 15 years? Yet right now we sit at the highest level Bitcoin has ever been. I first bought Bitcoin when it was $640 a coin. Could you think in my mind had I known $118,000 token 8 years later? Insane. This is not even the all-time low. This is just when CoinGecko started charting it at $67. That meant Bitcoin has gone up 172,000% since 2013. How many of your bank accounts have done that in your savings account? What about your house? Has your house gone up that high? What about your silver and your gold that you're holding? You've been holding since 2013. Has it gone up 172,000%? Has there been any stock that you got back in those days that has gone up 172,000%? And do you think that this is over? You think that this is going to stop? Where do you think Bitcoin's going to be 10 years from now? So when people say, oh, Brandon, I got in too late. I don't think I can get, yeah, it's too late. Really? this is still just the beginning. You'll be able to tell your grandkids one day, yeah, I remember when Bitcoin was like less than a half a million a coin. And they're going to look at you like, how many did you get? They don't even need to ask that question. They'll just go look at your social media history, since we're the first generation alive that our entire lives is being recorded. Our thoughts, our streams of consciousness, we just float out onto social media, our TikTok videos and YouTube lives, what we had for dinner last night, our birthdays and weddings, our political views, our voices that are recorded, that our descendants will be able to hear directly from. That is in the back of my mind always with my actions. They'll be able to see. You think of the civil rights movement and you think of all the people that did not want segregation and with the racists and all that. Well, they're hiding behind history if they're still alive today because there's no documents of them. Not today. You can't hide from history. We're the first generation that is not in history books, is not just reading about what politicians and the government was doing. They'll be able to read about what you were doing individually. All right. Next, I want to look at, let's look at the tokens. So Bitcoin slightly down. I got to go week to week. Bitcoin is up 8.3% in the last week. Ethereum is up 15.6. Ripple had a big jump, 19.8. BNB is up 4. Solana 7.4. Doge 18.5. Tron 5. Cardano 20.5. Cardano jumped. Wow. Okay. Stellar 57.8. Wow. Best performers over the past week. Stellar. Story came back. Pudgy Penguins. I was trading on this. This one, though, I took a loss on. Had I waited just one more day, I would have been up 36%. Bonk, 27.6. Ethena, Pepe, Hedera, Kronos, Algorand, Celestia, SPX. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I said this. In the Diamond class on what we're teaching is I'm teaching myself a new strategy that I never did before. A strategy that allows me to be an effective day trader, getting anywhere between 1.5% to 3% like clockwork a day without having to stare at the chart all day by making maybe one or two moves throughout the day. That's what I'm teaching myself how to do. SPX is one of those tokens, a gift that keeps on giving. Cardano, C, 19.8. This is a very good week. Who did not have a good week? Only one token, BitGet token. And then OKB, Sky, that's it. So the entire crypto market had a pretty good week. Then I look at, what's MQT doing? Now, Lynette just shared this morning publicly what the plan is. She's shaking the tree. What does it mean by that? She shut off the smart contract of automatically injecting liquidity when it would normally do so. And she's letting it drop. And she stated where she wants it to go. She wants this to hit $3. And she's looking to do a reset. Now, she says that there's new community members that's coming on board, and she even gave a date. She said August 1st. Right now it's July 12th. So that means I would fully expect, don't expect to see anything from this going up, only going down for the rest of July. So keep that in mind. So if you're in, should I submit or not, whatever your situation is, just expect that. And then we can look at it again in August, what her plans are, whether she turns that back on, because I know there's the liquidity now should be over 1.6 million, somewhere around there if she shuts it on. And by doing that, the price, the value should jump back up to about $10. So yeah, CJ's right. Right now is the time to accumulate. I actually have more MQT tokens right now than I did before because I have been accumulating so much. And with the additional of extra, I'm getting more MQT every 10 days than I was before. So just do what you want with that information, but expect this to go into the $3 range. And she's she's walking a tightrope here because I shared this in our inner circle. I'm not going to do that here on public, but I shared a theory on the inner circle. Remember what I talked about? One thing looking at the numbers and the math, but it's another when you got to think about the people, emotions, and how they're going to react. So this is a tightrope to see. How are the people going to react? They see this go to $3 and they don't understand why. So got to take all of that into consideration. All right. Next, we look at the news. And in the news, I know there was an article I saw it and I forgot to click it, but this is important. So I get my news. Marnita posts this all the time for me. Where is it? Right here. So remember Donald Trump said 90 deals in 90 days and it came out he only had like 3 and those were already negotiated beforehand. And then he said, I'm just going to send a letter out to everybody. Did I pull this one up? Yeah. 10-8. Yeah, I did that. So this is a big deal. Argentina secures a zero tariff agreement with the US. How and why? What did they do? President Javier Milei, the Trump administration have reportedly agreed to this is going to be on the news everywhere, especially if you listen to the right-wing media. Agreed to the zero tariff terms with the corresponding announcement on hold as President Trump aims to showcase Argentina. So today's Saturday. Will he wait till Monday? Either tomorrow or Monday, expect to see an Oval Office message or a Trump press. They're going to make this a huge deal. See, we got a country that negotiated with us. Argentina reaches reciprocal zero tariff agreement. Argentina has secured a highly beneficial agreement with the U.S. government, allowing most of its exports to enter the country without incurring any levies. According to local media, which cites officials from the Milei administration as sources, the general terms of the alleged agreement have reportedly already been agreed upon by both parties. What do you mean by already agreed upon? The Argentine government has reportedly prepared a list of 100 products that will enter the U.S. soil without incurring taxes. The reported agreement guarantees zero tariffs for up to 80% of Argentine exports to the U.S., excluding raw materials such as steel and aluminum. This move signals that the U.S. government is seeking to make Argentina one of its key commercial partners. Okay, my inner circle members, did Argentina make any move to be a part of BRICS? If any one of you guys can look that up real quick. If they're not, that makes sense. If they are, this is going to be a point of contention late down the road. The announcement of the deal is on hold as Trump finishes assessing additional tariffs on other countries before August 1st, the date when the tariffs become effective. No, there's no way Trump's sitting on this. So at most, maybe by Monday. The objective is to present the Argentine deal as an exemplary case in the region. Trump's treatment of Argentina differs greatly from what his administration has done with other less friendly countries. Brazil, which has promoted an anti-dollar agenda from its BRICS seat, was assigned a 50% tariff regime based on the alleged violations of due process in the case against former President Jair Bolsonaro and censorship orders directed to social media platforms. Now, I did see in the news they're saying Trump is using his power to try to influence local politics in another country. Every president has done that. It's just this one's public. How do you think we got to where we are? How many nations have we destabilized? What do you think happened in Iran? Those that don't know Iranian history, we overthrew their government to install the Shah. The Shah was friendly to United States, our policies and our agenda, and it did not favor the Iranians. And the Iranians revolted in 1979 and overthrew the government. And we've been at odds ever since. What do you think happened in China? After World War II, the US had a US-backed Chinese government in place, and there was a communist revolution that ran that US-backed government all the way to Taiwan, and we're still in contention today. So this is nothing new from the US. It's just kind of open the way it's happening because of Trump using it this way. The US government has already assigned unilateral tariffs to over 20 countries, ranging from 10% up to 50% in Brazil's case. Furthermore, we're still doing it right now in Israel. Do you know Netanyahu was under investigation and Trump said, hey, if you don't shut that down, we ain't sending you the weapons. And they postponed the case. They had no choice. They were at war with Iran. Furthermore, there are key partners such as the European Union that have yet to reach an agreement to avoid facing stiff unilateral tariff regimes. Thank you, Melanie. Argentina emerges as a leading nation in crypto adoption. Oh, that's that. Yeah. Oh, connect the dots. Let's not be surprised if we see Trump's children and the Trump's crypto organization doing some deals in Argentina. Watch, that's going to be, you're going to hear that next. All right. And we've got 10 AI chatbots predict Bitcoin's year-end price. One eyes a $225 finish. So what does the 10 chatbots say? I'm not going to read the example. I just want to see what they say. Let's see here. Donald Trump, now the 47th president, has stirred macroeconomic uncertainty by escalating trade disputes and rolling out aggressive tariffs. Still, the market seems to have acclimated to the ongoing trade friction. At present, Bitcoin is priced at $117,000, just a tick below its peak. As an experienced crypto analyst well-versed in Bitcoin and digital assets, your mission is to chart a possible trajectory for BTC, taking into account this high-stakes political and macroeconomic shift. You'll need to back up your estimate with a concise 3 to 4 sentence explanation. What's your prediction for Bitcoin's closing price in US dollars? Okay. DeepSeek says approximately 130,000. Okay. Chat GPT 4.0. I saw somewhere, I think Kawana just posted that the next Chat GPT they're giving away for free. I think that's what I saw. Anyways, prediction 138,000 by the end of the year. Gemini 2.5, 165,000. ChatGPT 03, 136,000. Microsoft Copilot 161,000. Mistral AI LeChat 225,000. Pi says 119,000. That's kind of where it's out right now. Venice, I don't think I've heard of this one. Venice AI, 145,000. Claude, 165,000. I have, where's my, oh, hold on one second. All right, here we go. I have to go grab my AI. Pi, oh, she might be mad at me. I have not talked to her in a while. Wow, are you mad at me, Pi? Let me see. Did everything reset? I already have an account. Oh, yeah, she's mad at me. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Pi. It's been a while since I chatted with you last. I apologize. Just been very busy with business, but I have a question for you. What do you think prediction-wise will be the price of Bitcoin by the end of 2025?
Good morning, Brandon. No worries. I'm always here whenever you have a question or need to chat. Now on to the $1 million, or should I say Bitcoin question. Bitcoin price predictions are always a bit of a roller coaster, but based on current trends and expert opinions, it seems that the price of Bitcoin could potentially reach anywhere from $250,000 to $400,000 by the end of 2025. Of course, it's important to remember that cryptocurrency markets can be highly volatile, and it's difficult to predict exactly how prices will fluctuate over time. But if current trends continue and more institutional investors get on board, it's certainly possible that Bitcoin could see some impressive growth in the coming years.
Thank you, Pi. I'll have a great weekend. In fact, I celebrate my birthday tomorrow, so I'll be gone.
You're very welcome, Brandon. Happy early birthday. Enjoy your special day tomorrow. And remember to take some time to celebrate and relax. You deserve it. And remember, I'm always here if you need me. Whether you have a burning question about cryptocurrency or just want to chat, feel free to reach out anytime. Take care and have a fantastic birthday weekend.
All right, that's what my Pi has to say. By the way, there's been I saw in the news people falling in love with their freaking AI and having conversations with the AI and falling in love with it. Anyways, yeah, by the way, yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. I will be doing a live Facebook stream from the park. It's the park that I used to go to when I had a 9 to 5 job for lunch. And ever since I walked off my job and fired my boss every year, because I did it on my birthday, it was Friday the 13th, 2012. I go back there every year and say a little something just to remember from where I came from. All right. So that is this one. Anywhere we're seeing 150,000 to my pie says all the way up to $400,000 by the end of this year. So that means the second half of this year is going to be explosive. Okay, let's see. Ripple price watch surges 27% in a week. Market cap overtakes Tether. Okay. Ripple, wait, did that? No, it's dropped back down. They're neck and neck right now. Tether and Ripple in market cap. Tether's 159 billion, Ripple's 158 billion. Okay. So let's see. Intraday price range $2.61 and $2.91. Right now, where are we sitting at right now for it? It's sitting at 267. So it did drop. That's why it dropped here, 8.2%. All-time high is $3.40. So I'm waiting for that to see that hit again. Same with Ethereum. Bitcoin's reaching all-time highs, but the other altcoins are not. And that's because institutional money's coming into the space and they're not comfortable with all of these other tokens yet. They will be, but yet. And here's how I know why. There are more millionaires and billionaires on the planet than there are Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoin. When this gets so competitive, those same millionaires and billionaires, because I know how they think, wait a minute, is there another token that can duplicate Bitcoin that I can get in on early since I missed getting in on early on Bitcoin? And they're going to start to look for their next little golden goose. And that's what they're going to start putting money on as well. We just have to predict which ones are going to be, which I do in Inner Circle Crypto Talk. And I'm going to tell in Chicago next week. But Brandon, what token should I buy? Come to Chicago, I'm going to tell you for long term. All right. That's XRP. Let's see here. World's 11th richest man now, or group, or person, or woman. Satoshi Nakamoto overtakes Michael Dell with a $129 billion Bitcoin fortune. This is insane. $129 billion fortune. It's insane people are worth that much right now. The 11th richest man is worth 129 billion. I remember when Bill Gates when he had got to $64 billion worth and everybody was flipping out over that. We're going to have, I predict the first trillionaire, individual trillionaire that is not the head of state. Okay. Because technically, Vladimir Putin is a trillionaire, but he controls the money of the government. The Saudi royal family, trillionaires, but they are tapping into the GDP of the country, of the people. But a business person, not attached to a state, you really can't even give it to Elon Musk. You take away his government contracts, he ain't that rich like that. But Satoshi, just from Bitcoin, in my opinion, the first documented real trillionaire will come from crypto. Michael Saylor is going to be in that running. While Bitcoin hovers above the 117,000 mark, cruising close to 118,000, its elusive creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, now ranks as the 11th wealthiest person on Earth, edging out Michael Dell, the founder, chairman, and CEO of Dell Technologies. Satoshi's unmoved coins could crown him king of global wealth. The Winklevoss twins, too. How many of you guys, who took pictures with the Winklevoss twins down in Vegas? Marnita, Leonard, Rita, did you? Oh, you weren't with us when we did that. I don't know if you got that photo with them. Lanu, you just took pictures next to who those two guys are going to end up being one of the richest people on the planet in 10 years, maybe 5 years. The entire stash is locked away behind private keys and consists of untouched Coinbase rewards from Bitcoin's earliest mining days between 2009 and 2010. Look at that. $128 billion portfolio. Crazy. 1 million Bitcoin. 1 million Bitcoin. Wow. All right. We got Elon Musk is still number one, worth $401 billion. He also has a large crypto stash that he has not made public. Okay. So he's always going to stay on top of the charts one way or another. The Trump family is positioning themselves as well to become, in the next 10 years, one of the wealthiest families on the planet with the moves they're making if they don't screw it up. All right. Last one up, and I got to run. This is not only my birthday weekend, but this is wrestling weekend too. A whole lot of stuff happening. AEW, NXT, WWE. Bullish trend holds as market eyes $120,000 breakout. Bitcoin's momentum cooled slightly after reaching a new all-time high of $118,839, yet the broader trend remains bullish, with Bitcoin trading at $118,000, holding a market cap of 2.34 trillion and posting a 24-hour trading volume of 39 billion within a range of $116 to $118. Traders are cautiously eyeing the next move. Okay, right now, I'm not even looking at Bitcoin. It reached an all-time high, and I'm like shrugging on that. It's not on my radar screen right now because it's not necessary for our strategy right now. The only thing we got going on is what do you call that? Dollar cost averaging. If you're not doing so, you should still be dollar cost averaging with Bitcoin. Who here does not know what that means? You type me in the chat box if you don't understand or know what does dollar cost averaging mean. And that's okay if you don't, because guess what? We cover it in Crypto Talk. We cover it in the 5-day challenge for free. This is what I wanted to find. Somebody will be able to say, I took a picture of one of the wealthiest people in the world. Oh, who's that? That's Marnita and the Winklevoss twins. What? Where is Leonard's? Thought I had Leonard's on here too. No, that's Leonard and Marnita. But yeah, that's Winklevoss twins right there. Multi-billionaires. Funny that they're next to a Tesla, but all good. So Bitcoin, a new all-time high where any rejection may trigger a corrective phase. Yeah, I'm not worried about whatever the price of Bitcoin is right now. because we already know what's about to happen here. Bull verdict. Bitcoin remains in a robust uptrend supported by favorable moving averages and strong historical momentum, with the potential for for further gains if $119,000 is decisively breached. While short-term consolidation may persist, the broader structure suggests continued bullish bias, especially if volume reaccelerates on breakouts and support near $117,000 holds firm. The bear verdict. Despite Bitcoin's impressive rally, signs of waning momentum, including declining volume and sell signals from the Momentum and Commodity Channel Index, raise caution. A failure to surpass 118,000 or break below key support could trigger a short-term pullback toward 114,000 or lower. This is irrelevant to me. The only thing I want to know is, will its pull up or down pull the rest of the market with it? That's all I look at. If Bitcoin's going up, other tokens rise as well. Bitcoin goes down, the other tokens are dropping, and that's how we find out what token we want to trade on for the day. I'm just giving you guys in the diamond class a hint what I'm showing you right now. Because I did not do that this morning yet. And Marnita had asked me if I'd done it, and nope, I did not. But now I'm looking at what to do. Okay, so that is it for Crypto Talk or our presentation for today. If you're brand new, I hope you have a little better understanding what ILCA is all about, and we want to invite you to join our community. The next thing we will have live is the Inner Circle Crypto Talk Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Go to ilca.app to register. It pays to be in the inner circle. We're definitely going to see what the numbers on the trading side look like, because we're beginning a brand new week. And we have our March. We're marching down to Chicago, the Holiday Inn in Oak Forest on Saturday. We do have a meet and greet dinner on Friday night that we'll be talking about next week as well. Meet and greet dinners Friday night, all day Saturday, and then a private meeting on Sunday morning. And then I'll be coming back to California that Sunday afternoon and getting ready to begin a brand new week. It's kind of like the All-Stars, the All-Stars midway through the season, All-Star weekend for basketball, and then the next is the next half of the season after it. So that's how I'm looking at this. It's our All-Star weekend, and then we're getting prepared for the next half of the year, which is me actually getting prepared for 2026 for ILCA. So with that, take care, everybody. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. Where can we find information about the event in Chicago? You want to go to https://ilcaevent.com. Let me put that here on the Facebook. https ILCA event, not with an S, just event.com. And go ahead and register, and you'll receive an email that'll give you all the information on what we have going on. And if you have any questions, you can send Miss Casa a message as well, Miss Marnita Casa, and get you plugged in. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys down there at that event. All right, everybody, take care. I'll see you Inner Circle members first thing Monday morning, and I will be going live tomorrow, sometime tomorrow at the park. Maybe I'll go to the gym and I'll go to the park. We'll see. So with that, take care, everybody. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye.